Episode 9, The Secret Finale. The real ending to Stranger Things that Netflix doesn't want you to know about. Or is it? Right now, the internet is absolutely losing its mind over the possibility that Stranger Things Season 5 has a hidden ninth episode that could drop any day now. Fans are convinced they've cracked the code, found the clues, and figured out when it's coming. So let's talk about everything we actually know about this alleged Episode 9, separate fact from fiction, and figure out if there's any truth to this wild theory. Let's start with the facts. What do we officially know from Netflix and the Duffer Brothers? Here's the reality. Stranger Things. Season 5 was always announced as having 8 episodes. That's what was marketed. That's what was promoted. That's what we got. Netflix's official episode list shows 8 episodes, with the finale titled The Right Side Up as the series' conclusion. As of right now, there has been zero official confirmation of a 9th episode. The Duffer Brothers haven't announced it. Netflix hasn't teased it. There's no trailer, no promotional material, no press release, nothing. The show's official social media accounts have been posting farewell messages treating Episode 8 as the definitive end. In terms of what we officially know, Episode 9 doesn't exist, but that's where the official information ends, and where things get really interesting. So why are millions of fans convinced that Episode 9 is real? It all comes down to the Conformity Gate theory and the mountain of evidence fans claim to have found hidden in Episode 8. Let me walk you through what people are pointing to. First, the January 7th release date theory. Fans noticed that the Duffer Brothers love dropping Stranger Things content on holidays. The finale came out on New Year's Eve. Previous volumes dropped on Thanksgiving and Christmas. January 7th is Orthodox Christmas, and fans think this fits the pattern perfectly. It's specific enough to feel intentional. Second, the suspicious ending itself. Many viewers felt the finale was too clean, too happy, too convenient after 5 seasons of trauma and darkness. The flash forward to graduation felt off to a lot of people. Almost artificial. This has led to theories that what we saw wasn't real, which would necessitate another episode to show us what actually happened. Third, the hidden clues in the finale. Fans have documented dozens of alleged Easter eggs. The graduation ceremony where everyone sits in identical poses, matching Vecna's posture. The D&D books on the shelf that supposedly spell out X od lie. Continuity errors that seem too deliberate to be mistakes, like light switches changing colors and logos being altered. Mike Wheeler's appearance and behavior in the epilogue matching young Henry Creel. Fourth, the WSQK radio station references. Throughout Season 5, this radio station has been used as a symbol of truth and communication. Fans claim there are hidden WSQK hints in the finale, pointing to more content coming. All of this has created this perfect storm of speculation, where fans are absolutely convinced that the Duffer Brothers planted these clues intentionally to hint at a secret episode. Now, let's pump the brakes and look at this rationally. What's the likelihood that Episode 9 actually exists? Production logistics. Filming a secret episode without anyone leaking it would be nearly impossible. Stranger Things is one of the biggest shows on the planet. Hundreds of cast and crew members would need to keep this secret. In the age of social media and phone cameras everywhere? That seems unlikely. Plus, the actors have all been doing press tours talking about the show ending. Noah Schnapp, Finn Wolfhard, Millie Bobby Brown, they've all given emotional goodbye interviews. Would they really be lying in all of those? Netflix's business model. Netflix announces things. They promote things. They want you to know what's coming so you stay subscribed. A secret episode drop would be completely against their typical strategy. Yes, they've done surprise releases before, but nothing on this scale for a show this massive. The Duffer Brothers' silence. This is the big one. If Episode 9 existed and was meant to be a surprise, the Duffers would likely be leaning into the speculation without confirming anything. Leaving cryptic hints on social media, staying mysteriously quiet, building hype. But they haven't done any of that. They've been pretty straightforward about the show ending. However, and this is important, they also haven't denied it. They haven't come out and said, no, episode 9 isn't real. Stop theorizing. That silence is interesting. It's keeping people engaged with the show even after it's ended. Whether that's intentional or they're just letting fans have their fun, we don't know. So here's what I think is actually happening. I don't believe episode 9 exists as a literal secret episode that's going to drop on January 7th or any other specific date, but I do think the evidence fans are finding might be intentional in a different way. The Duffer Brothers are master storytellers. They know their audience. They know people analyze every frame. What if these clues aren't pointing to a secret episode, but are instead thematic elements? Visual storytelling that suggests even in victory something dark lingers? That trauma doesn't just disappear? That the monster might be defeated but the scars remain? Maybe the point isn't that Vecna won. Maybe the point is that you can't go through what these characters went through and just have a normal graduation ceremony. Maybe the conformity everyone's noticing is showing us that they're trying to force normalcy onto a situation that can never be normal again. Or, and this is the fun possibility, maybe the Duffers planted just enough ambiguity to leave the door open. Not for episode 9, but for something else down the line. A movie, a spin-off, a special episode years from now. They've said the world of Stranger Things isn't necessarily done forever. So to answer the title of this video, everything we know about Stranger Things episode 9? Officially, nothing. It doesn't exist according to Netflix and the creators. But in terms of fan theories, speculation, and internet hype, we know that millions of people want to believe there's more story to tell. And sometimes what fans create through theories and discussion becomes just as interesting as the show itself. Will January 7th bring us a surprise? Probably not. But will I be checking Netflix just in case? Absolutely. And I think that's exactly what the Duffers wanted. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments what you think. Is episode 9 real, or are we all just in denial that Stranger Things is over?